There's barely anyone on tonight. Intelli is making a new server for the 10-year anniversary, which is October 28th. And it's going to stay, so everybody's excited about that. They were planning on a different version of the server a while ago, so I wonder if that's what he's releasing. It has mostly the same rules, but some of it's different in terms of how the credits are used and everything. The version that they were planning is a huge credit sink. For people like me, it wouldn't be good because I have a ton of land, and the more land you get, the more credits you have to spend. As I said earlier, most of my properties, though, are properties that belonged to people who used to play and who are not here anymore, so I'm just preserving them. I've done a lot of streams right now because despite the fact that I'm off Friday and Saturday, today was my natural day off. I have plans and I might not be able to stream on Saturday. And I try not to stream at the same time as my real life friends, which is why my streams are so irregular. Because sometimes, even though it's not their schedule, they'll log in. Um, I don't. I'm not complaining about that. It's just and they stream for longer periods of time than I do. Like 3 hours is pretty much my max before I'm like, I need a break. Like I used to be able to game for the whole day straight, no issues at all. But I'm not that young person I used to be anymore. Uh, I'm going to need to get some more jungle wood in a minute. Yeah, this tower is almost done. I did a few things with it this morning, so I could add the window ledges in. I need to plant some more jungle trees. Yeah, I added these in the windows today. It breaks it up a bit. This is still an ugly building, but that breaks it up a bit. Maybe I have some done. See, it's a bit weirder than the other ones because this was done in a different fashion. I can't wait till I do the insides of these, decorating them. Oh yeah, I have some more jungle logs. Hmm. See, it looks slightly better, but not by much. There's this big ugly building near his main house when Culprit comes back. Sorry, Cal, I love you. No, I had jungle saplings. I just don't know where I put them. Which is strangely typical. Oops. I don't know if that's enough to get us through. It might be. It might not be. I don't think it is. I'm definitely going to need more jungle, more than likely. Every tree sapling, but what I need. Thanks. Well, according to some people, though, um, this tree sapling right here is rare on this server, but I have a ton of them. So I don't know what they're talking about. Hmm. I'm kind of curious to see the um the new server, but I mean, I have so much invested on this one, so they are planning on keeping it after the event, so I'm just gonna shove these. I'm happy I have tomorrow off. It's my first actual vacation this year. Not me being off because I need to get swabbed, but my first actual vacation. That's a lot of saplings, but not the saplings that I need. Oh, actually, I want to see something. Oh, maybe I'll have to go to an enchant table. Hmm. I actually need those. Jack-o'-lanterns are different than they used to be. Um, I was disappointed to find out I needed to use my axe to make jack-o'-lanterns. I was like, what? What's this? Okay, where did all my jungle saplings go? That's not even funny. I know I had more than this. Alrighty. Like, did someone clean my storage at a jungle saplings? Because that's just weird. Why would they do that? Like, if they wanted some, they could have just asked me. I need to check my storage just in case. I was running around a lot the last couple of days, so who knows. I'll be excited when Cal comes back. But I'm not giving back his properties. I'm keeping them just in case he disappears again. So they don't go public and then I have to buy them. I did that with Suitcase. Um, he he would come back and then he would say, "I want my properties back," and then he'd buy them back from me for like 1 credit each, and then I did it 3 times before I was like, no, I'll just keep it. I'll put your name on it, but these are my properties. I'm not spending any more on you. And he only had about 10 properties. He didn't have that much. If Falcor did it over and over again, I would be super mad. See, for some of the houses in Rook, I'm going to do something similar to this. I'm looking at that going, I could have done that better than I did. I could have used a half slab. That looks kind of weird from that angle. There's a patrol right there. They always spawn right there. Like, I used to take new people into my village, but I'm so scared they're going to be killed by the very obvious patrols that spawn on that side of my property. I have all these houses, but the thing is most of them don't want the houses. They just want properties, which is fine. Like, I have a ton of properties that I can give them if usually they'll get like 2 or 3 plots. I have no idea. You can cook potatoes when I'm waiting. That's what I do with all the lava on my property here. It's wool and wood. Oh, Cacacia. Jungle. Well, it's better than nothing, but I used to have more than this. I think I'm going to shove these. Might not even need to plant the saplings. Why do I hear a chicken? There shouldn't be a chicken down here. Wait till those are done cooking. This is my main storage, but I am going to be using culprit storage by Rook. Maybe I'll build another one close by. Yeah, this is Corvus's storage, so. Corvus, the area I got bored of digging out. I did pretty good though before I got bored of digging it. Yeah, I found the quickest way to get rid of the lava instead of filling it in was just to do hundreds of buckets of it, because I can use those buckets of lava. I'm excited though, because this weekend I have tickets for the BTS concert online. It's Thanksgiving weekend, but I didn't ask it off to spend time with oh, I can't even spend time with my family because of the resurgence. They're saying that people shouldn't be together for Thanksgiving this weekend. It should be immediate household only. Well, I'm the only person who's living here, so that's sad. See, hundreds of lava buckets. Look at them all. Yeah, the Canadian Thanksgiving. It's this weekend. It's based on some harvest festival in Europe, so not the same thing the American one is based off of. That's why it's earlier. A lot of the like honestly it should be called Harvest Festival or something. A lot of the different countries' harvest festivals are held around this time, so I never really celebrated it when I was growing up. Um, it's still not something I really celebrate right now. Yeah, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I also make sure that I do on the American one because a lot of my friends are American as well. Well, my son's American, his dad's American, so. But my mom really celebrated it. She really got into Thanksgiving. So when I met my mom and when I started going over there, I like I didn't understand what the big deal was. She was really particular about a lot of things that I just grew up not thinking about. She's like, yes, yes. Thanksgiving weekend is actually a travel weekend for Canadians. That's true. Like my work was reluctant to give me the day off, but until I pointed out a few things, like I rather angrily pointed it out to them. I am in July. Was it July? I think it was July. Let me double check. No, June. It was in June. June this year, BTS did a online concert and it was my weekend off. So I was super excited. And then they uh, they called me in and they said we forgot to fill in your coworker's vacation. Can you come in? And I said, well, I got a ticket for this weekend. They're like, oh, no, no, watch it at work. So I missed part of it because I was at work. And then they were supposed to give me a day off because I had come in on my weekend off. That's what I asked in replacement. And then the girl that I covered said, no, that was my vacation. I don't need to come in and cover that. So I never got the day off. So I used that against them to arm wrestle them into getting Thanksgiving off. Why would you want to visit Lake Placid? That's not that's not on the top places I want to visit. Like it's pretty, yes. It's a very pretty lake, but it's not my top places I want to visit. Like if I'm going to travel for Thanksgiving, I'd like to go to the chateau in British Columbia or Nahani National Park in the Yukon, you know, something I wouldn't regularly go and see. I usually don't have Thanksgiving off anyways. This year's the exception. Oh yeah, Banff is beautiful. I've been through there on a train ride. We went on the Rocky Mountaineer, um, and it goes through Banff. Yeah. Oh, the Rocky Mountaineer we went from Calgary to Kamloops our first day, and then we stayed overnight in Kamloops, and I loved Kamloops. Um, I love that part of the Rocky. It's really dry though. And then the next day we went down all the way into Vancouver. And we stayed in Vancouver for a couple of days. I've only been out west once. It was, well, in Canada. I've been out west in America too, but it was memorable. Where's my nearest enchanting table? I think Culprit has it, but he doesn't have any blue stuff. That was fast. Hello, jungle tree. I think I planted them a bit too close together. See, my old storage building right here, this one with the glass top, um, I've been converting into an area with just crops in it for more credits. I don't need an area with more crops in it. Let's face it, I have enough food to last me a lifetime on this server, but I like the credits, so you see. Here's some jungle seedlings. Now I could have ran along underground and came to this area just as well, but I tend to get lost on my way to the staircase to this one. I don't know if I have what I need down here. Oh, I don't know that, but I can tell you what it is between Thailand and here. Sort of. I something was finally shipping from Thailand for me, and the guy asked for shipping. I wanted express, and he said, "Can you do it in at the very top in teeny weeny letters?" It said that it was an American, but I didn't see that, so I sent him Canadian. Yeah. Huh. We got that sorted out though, and then I have to pay. Yeah, it's actually pretty high compared to what it was earlier this year. Not that I'm complaining. No complaints from me. I'm sneezing, sorry. I need the blue stuff, and I don't mean ice. I have to send money to my son's dad, so I earlier this year it cost me like it was pretty expensive, so 200 cost me over 300 Canadian to send to him, but now it's 200 cost me 285, but that's also a $15 fee to send it, so it's getting down there. But it usually does that before elections. It's unsteady like that. And then after elections, it bounces right back up. Because the last time you guys had elections, it was doing the same thing. Yeah, the only thing that I like groceries are cheaper in the United States, to be honest. But the only thing that I don't buy from the States would be milk. Oh. I don't buy a lot of milk to begin with. I usually just get almond milk. But when I do get milk, I usually get it here. Um, I grew up in an area where there's lots of dairy farmers, so um I admit like I'm not super sensitive to milk, but as I got older, my stomach became a little less a fan of it. So, like, where I'm not full out allergic to it, if I do have a lot of it in one day, I do have a reaction to it. So, I can't, like, some of my family members can take a carton of chocolate milk and just chug it. I can't. Like, I like chocolate milk. I can maybe get a glass or two in, and then my stomach's like, no, you don't want any more milk. Like with cereal, sometimes I can't even finish the milk in the bottom of the bowl. So I don't know if it's a lactose thing or not though. Like, 'cause I can drink some milk, just not a lot of it, so. Right, yeah. Like when I was younger, I hated spicy things, but I'm okay with spicy things now. Like I can go up to kimchi. Not super aged kimchi, but Kimchi's okay. But I still can't handle jalapenos. It's not that they're too spicy for me, they upset my stomach though. And when I was younger, I didn't like yogurt and I like yogurt now. I don't get that. But there's one thing I will still hate for my entire life, and that is canned peas. I like fresh peas, pretty much only fresh peas. Anything else, I'm like, well. My son's the same too. He hates peas. He hates pickles, but he likes relish, and I hate to tell him it's the same thing. Kids are weird. Almond milk is expensive here, though. It's like $4 or $5 a carton. I can't say the same. My favorite tea is called Stash. They have a Christmas collection, and oh my God, I love their Christmas collection. They have Christmas chai tea. I love chai tea. Usually I'll add some cream to it and that's it. Like I don't need sugar if it's chai tea. I'm laying down in bed because I haven't slept today on this character. I hope it's almost morning because I've been here a bit. Like when I'm at an Asian restaurant, I usually drink water. My favorite restaurant is Sugar Marmalade, and where they do have tea, they serve lemon water. So I usually just drink the water. I thought they were closed down last week. I was so sad because everything was being moved out of there and they had no signage, but I found out that they just moved. They moved a couple blocks away. So, yay, my favorite restaurant's still around. And they added more to their menu, like their takeout menu. I don't know what they've added in store, probably more than that, but we'll see. Ah, there it is. I need some lapis. I'm gonna see if Calpert has any first. I really need to fix this. Well, this area is okay, but this area is pretty beat up. It's a really short jungle tree. I hope it produces a decent amount of seedlings. Do I have any lapis up here is the question. Like, I know I go through these at least a dozen times each time I'm here, and I don't have it memorized what's in each one. Okay, there we go. I say it's too expensive to fix Treebeard right now, so I'm just going to enchant this other one. And get a bunch of XP afterwards. There's so much work I have to do in this area still. I don't know if I could add mending to that. Maybe? I don't think I have an extra mending book right now, though. How much do your mending books cost again? This isn't mine. This is Calprit's. That's why I'm trying desperately not to break it. I have mending on this. It says it's too expensive to add mending. Oh no, I got a mending book from you. I have one on me, but it's still too expensive. I'm gonna have to go farm some stuff up. Everything I have has mending. My pickaxe has mending. No, it's not a huge emergency right now. We'll have to sit and farm one day, just break it down. I'm gonna see if, like, I swear he had an enchantment table in here somewhere. Like, I hate to tell him all of his villagers died. They're gone. He had a bunch of villagers up here, and then I guess there's a zombie raid. And I came up one day and they were all zombies. I was like, oh no. Like, did he have to have an just an under chest on every level? Hmm, that's okay. I'll have to go to my area to enchant it. I wonder how well the zombie spawner is working now that it's like the things are fixed. That's nice. You know, when the tube first started, I didn't want it on my property. I was like, I don't want that anywhere near my property. I like the railway system, but it has its uses. And it's pretty close to the surface, so I'm gonna see how bad the zombies are spawning because I fixed this. Who's blocking us? Corporate cowboy? No, he used to be active. Like, I don't know how active he is now, but he used to be. But I did the same for a while. Like when I need a break and I take a couple months break, I'll just log in once a month, make sure my plots are there, and then log off. I've done that a couple of times. It's slow, but it's not the worst. Yeah, yeah. It's just every now and then, like I get burned out from everything and I need a break, like from all the games I play. I will literally just sit there and watch Vicky and Netflix for a couple of months and then I'll come back. I would hit you with my other stuff, but it all has mending. No, Vicky has like a whole bunch of Korean, Chinese and Japanese and Taiwanese shows on it, and I I watch a lot of Korean dramas. I really enjoy Korean dramas, but so Netflix has a good selection of all of those as well now. My favorite show on Netflix that I came across was called The Untamed. It's Chinese, actually. I really enjoyed it. I knew the one actor before I saw the show. Wang Yibo used to be in a K-pop group. We have Omni, the Omni channels. They do it, but they're specialty packages, so you have to get them on top of what you have. And I don't know if what I have Comwave, which is an American company, so they might, but they might not. I'm not sure. This is slow, but it's better than before. To the person who thought it was funny to put lava at the bottom of the area where the zombies came in, thanks. I have a feeling I know who did that. I don't watch that much television, even though I do have it. I mainly, I gotta say this, I mainly watch Vicky and Netflix, but my TV gets Netflix on it, so. I wish it was Roku, and then I would get the other one. Let's see. Is it still too expensive to fix this? Whoops. Oh, alrighty. It's too expensive. That's okay. We'll just do this. Well, I watch the news now and then, and now and then there's a movie on that I want to watch and stuff like that. But I don't watch that much television. Like I can't even justify having what I have. Like I could probably get rid of that and just do the internet and I'd be okay, to be honest. I mean, it's not that much different than American stuff unless you count Netflix. The Canadian Netflix is way different than the American one. They're raising the price of Netflix as well, but not the standard. I have I have standard. But awards season, I watch all the awards with the music and stuff. The next week is the Billboard Music Awards. I think it's Billboard Music Awards. It's one of them. I'm a bad Canadian. I do not understand French. Um, because I had difficulty in school because of my ADHD. I was French exempt. I know, like, Parlez-vous français? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Please no. I didn't mean that question seriously. I swear. um, uh, comme ci, comme ça va très bien, bon voyage. That's like, if someone comes to me and they're speaking pure French, I'm not going to be able to understand them. Yeah, I quoted a song with that one sentence, but I also know what it means. Most people just sing Lady Marmalade. They're like, "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?" And I'm like, "Do you even understand what you just asked me?" No? Okay, you probably shouldn't sing that. First of all, I am not a mister. I'm the manliest man. No, nah. It's not that. Like most of my friends can speak French. It's just because I had a learning disability, it took me a long time to learn English and handwriting and all of that stuff. So they kind of cut the French out because I was struggling with the other things. So in high school, you have to have a second language for grade 9 and 10. So they put me in German class. So do I remember most of what I learned in German class? No, because I haven't used it in like 15 years. I can count to 100, right? I'm not going to say a word about what just happened because you heard me sigh. I'm like, I can't believe that. Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So I think it's because Kel named that axe that it's so expensive because I have one and it's unnamed and I'm just gonna leave it. See, currently I'm learning Korean and I'm telling you, it's like they say it's the easiest Asian language to learn and my brain's just like, ah, because like there's stuff in it that doesn't exist in English or French or German. It's just it's it's hard. It's hard learning another language. But if I had regular use of it, then it would be okay. But alrighty, here comes the fun part. We'll see how much wood we need after this. Yeah, I know. Le, la, les. I never got all of that. But with the Asian language, they have It's weird. They'll have words that sound exactly the same, but how it's punctuated. So you'll have like ka, okay, and then you'll have ka, and then you'll have ka. And depending on what level you say it at, the word changes. But to English, it would just be ka, ka, ka. You like, there's no difference. And to the English person, inwardly screaming because they don't get levels. Yeah, that's understandable. See, I'm not very like I'm sure that if I put my mind to it, I could learn French, but I don't use it on a regular basis. I also don't use Korean on a regular basis. So where I might be able to tell you a few basic things in Korean right now, I definitely will, I'm not not fluent, but I can tell you their alphabet. Yeah. Also in the Asian language, they have like the ones you use with your friends, and then you have the ones that you use with acquaintances, but then you have the ones that you use with people who are older than you. Like they all mean the same thing, but depending on who you're talking to, you use it in a different context. Like hello, there's so many different ways to say hello depending on who you're talking to. Yes, the formality gets me because if you want to be formal, like super formal here, you're like Mr., Miss, or Sir, depending, Sir, if you're in the military. But we have that. Like we'll say their Mr. and their last name, but that's as formal as we get. That's true. That's true. The kids read it in high school and they're not aware. Honestly, it's probably something we should have kept, because then it wouldn't seem so foreign while learning other languages. I have to say, I speak informally a lot more than I do former, because my clients prefer, and I know this is weird, they prefer to be called by their actual names and not Mr. or Miss in their last name. They don't mind when I call them by their first name. And the ones that do will tell you. I'm almost done this really ugly building. But here's the thing about slang is that sometimes it really depends on what area you're from. See, the slang in Ontario is not the same as the slang in British Columbia. And even the slang where I grew up was Northern Ontario. It is not the same as Southern Ontario. Like there's some things that are the same. Like if if I say Givener, most Canadians would understand what I'm saying, or if I say I want a double double, they'll understand. But if I go and I say to someone I want a Mickey, depending on what area of Canada you're from, they might not understand that. Honestly, I just have cream in my tea, so I don't. My mom used to do triple triple. I'm like, do you want some coffee with your additives? For people who are listening who are maybe not aware of what that means, a double double just means a coffee with 2 sugar, 2 milk. Oops. Eh, Well, yeah, border towns would know. And a Mickey is alcohol. Yeah, it's the smaller bottle of liquor. I don't really drink much, so I drink like once a year, maybe twice a year. Like this year I on New Year's I had a drink and then I had 3 shots on New Year's and then for my birthday I had 3. So 6 shots for the entire year of soju, which isn't that alcoholic. But it does me in. My sister once gave me a Smirnoff and told me to chug it, and that did me. Yeah. Oh no, that's supposed to be. Oh, whatever. That's okay. Said I need a lot more jungle wood this time. See, this right here doesn't look so bad, but when mixed with the other thing, it really does look bad. My next vacation after this is after Christmas. It's the 26th until the 3rd. I didn't even use up all my vacation days this year. Surprisingly, I didn't use up all my sick days either. Despite that little stint um, that happened last week, I didn't use up all my sick days. Yes, Boxing Day isn't counted as a holiday at my workplace for some reason. Okay, I did something wrong here. Oh. Oh no, that's right. That's right. I got it. 1, 2, 3. That's why it looked weird. See, the Ontario accent, like Southern Ontario people, don't sound that much different than Americans, well, northern states. Like if you mixed us together, you really couldn't tell because of the accent. But the more north you go, the more pronounced those accents become, or even in Quebec, obviously, because they're French Canadian, they do have the accent for French Canadians. But I have a slight accent, and every now and then someone in the city that I live in will notice that and ask where I'm from. But I sound pretty similar to the people here. But when you get me mad, my hillbilly comes out. That's what they like to say. It's 08, the person I tortured in my clip. I need some more clips on my channel. I think I'm going to use the anniversary event to do some good clips from. That should be fun. I still haven't figured out if I can pre-record something and then post it to my Twitter after I take, sorry, the Twitch, after I take it off of the swearing for that one server. The vowel raising, eh? Oh. I actually grew up in Beaverton, so what you hear is Beaverton, sort of mixed in with Idaho because I was there for a couple of years. I really liked Idaho. That was a nice place to live. It was in Spirit Lake by Coeur d'Alene. The Ur. Yeah, I can't hide how I say my O's when I'm singing. If I sing, it's very obvious that I have an accent. When I don't know, am I mild? I hope I'm mild. Like when people say we say oot and a boot, and like no, we don't. It's more like a boat. We're going oh in a boat. For the really thick accented ones, but I don't even say it like that. And they make fun of me because I say has been instead of has been. I once asked an English teacher if I was saying that right, because people kept making fun of me because of how I said it. I was like, "Am I saying it right?" She's like, "Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be said." I'm not in the moderate accent category. Does that mean mine's actually distinguishable? Maybe, maybe not. Ah, yeah. I went through Minnesota once. That's also a nice area. Wrong type of wood. If someone tells you you can't build big builds on survival servers, they need help because they don't think you can get everything. Yes, you can build big builds on survival servers. They just take a lot of time. I wonder what Intelli is testing. He's testing how long it is before we go insane. I went on another server this week to test it out and it lagged so bad. I was like, nah. And it was one of those servers that if you found like a line of coal, it would announce to the whole server that you found 32 coal. Quite frankly, I don't think it's anybody's business if I find coal or diamonds or redstone or I'm glad this server doesn't do that. I wanted to play that one game that everybody is playing with my other Discord. No, no, rain. A long time ago, when it thunderstormed on this server, you ran for dear life. You're like, nope, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Run, run, run. I think I have a leak in my building. I don't know why. I get pay and a half this weekend on Sunday. Like, I wanted to take the whole weekend off. I wish I could, but no. They have someone on 14-day quarantine. She's on a 14-day quarantine because she went home and then came back, which is weird. I was like, how did she even get out of the country if our borders are closed? But I guess they had an exception. So she was there for a while and now she's back and she's on quarantine. So then I asked to go for vacation. And then one of the supervisors is on vacation and someone else was on vacation. And then they're like, okay, one of you has to give up your vacation. And I'm like, no. This is my first actual vacation. No. Because normally I would have been on vacation. I had a small one in May, which I do for the anime convention in Toronto, which I never actually end up going to. I just stay at home. But I had two vacations in May. I had one the week after because there was supposed to be a concert that week, but I canceled both of those. And then in in July, the end of July, I usually have one for the a couple of days in July. And then I have a little one in August every year, like just 2 days. And then a couple days in September, like 1 or 2 days in September. And then my next one is Christmas vacation, which is the 26th to the 3rd every single year. I work Christmas every single year. I like working Christmas. It's nice and quiet. There's not that many residents. Rain, rain, go away. And it's weird that it's almost Christmas time. I don't Someone asked me if I was going to put up my Christmas tree early this year. I don't put up my Christmas tree until after November 11th, which is the Canadian Remembrance Day for the veterans. Mainly to remember those who died in World War I and World War II, but it also commemorates other veterans. So I'm sure you guys have an American equivalent to it, but it's held on a different day. Okay, I know I shouldn't laugh at Intelli dying. I'm sorry, Intelli. Why are you dying? What are you doing? Ah, yeah. Okay, well, ours is kind of both mixed together. We have a big parade and then a service to remember the fallen. And we wore poppies for the whole week. They symbolize gunshot wounds. Ah, I was like, I'm pretty certain there was. No. I think Intelli's a bit busy. How did he die, though? He killed himself? Why did he do that? I'm going to need a second. Oh, that works. Okay. Now I don't feel so bad about mining underground in that area. I'll just mine that one plot. You see, if I had purchased all the other plots that were near me that I was trying to preserve, I could actually purchase a fair amount of plots out there and start building a city out there. But, yeah. I might purchase maybe 2 or 3 out there and make a little village. I don't understand why everybody is so hell-bent on getting spawn plots. Like, I mean, you can go out into the world and get lots of plots outside of the spawn plots elsewhere in the world, and you can get a lot of them all together instead of getting them one, two, skip a few. 9900. As long as I don't have anything built underground, they should be fine in those areas. So when they come through, it should be okay. I'll have to double check my area. The 1000 mark is, I think, near Alexa's. Yeah, that's not mine. Yeah, those two. Hi, Bizet. Those two are, I believe, under Alexa's properties. Okay. Did someone leave the gates open again? Is that what just happened? No! Oh, yep. Someone left the gates open again. I have got to fix that. Right now. I'm putting pressure plates there. I haven't done speed runs, so. Weird. Maybe I need to put it down further. Yeah, probably. There we go. Well, if they're left open, right? I just go straight through to my other stop. This station is smaller than my other station, so for no reason, it's just smaller. Yeah. Okay, I needed dirt. The fun stuff's going to begin when I decorate these and I start building the smaller buildings around. Because they'll be made out of the same materials, just different designs than this. Obviously, I don't want to keep building humongous towers. That's a bad idea, actually. Oops. I say that because, sorry. I say that because if a new person comes on the server, they don't necessarily know about all of the stuff that we have added. But it also, if we just add it so they can go to whatever warp, then there will be months before we find out if that person's actually done any damage to places that they've come across. Like the server has its grief protections, but then it doesn't. It's already months before, like I find some builds that have been griefed. Yes, they are. They are way better than other servers, but because we have a lower population than some of the other servers, it sometimes takes a while before anything is found, is what I'm saying. So if we added warps to the far corners, you know, like even around my own property, sometimes it takes me a long time before I discover things that have been griefed. Did they learn their lesson? is is the, did they learn not to do it? Like I used to go along the railway now and then and find grief every now and then. That's why there's so many signs on my tunnel. Don't grief this. I will report it. And I will report it if I find it. Because, you know, the railway and the tube system have taken a lot of resources, and even though some of them are on public properties, it's still not an invitation to go and wreck it. All of my cats are snoring right now. Yes, and even though this server is not as large as some of the other servers I play on, the transportation is critical. I'm sorry, not everything can be warp speed. You need to slow down, you need to relax, or however that Taylor Swift song goes. Yes, there's also the nether gateways and all of that. Alrighty. There we go. That's good. And then like everything has to be extended out to the borders now too. But all of that area there is supposed to be for newer players. Hmm. Into a Canadian biome. Nice. Is it? I'll have to go and check. Negative 500 is into mine. Okay, I'll have to check it. Did you name that? I just need to know if the tube's going to come out of my property in another area. Because if you're working on it, I'll give you permission on the plots that you need permission on if it's going to come out in another area. And then I will connect them underground with the railway, like everything else. Because the railway is also essential on this server. Okay. Ooh. I'll be glad when this one's done. I think out of all of them, this one annoyed me the most. Well, I mean, Calpert and I pretty much live together on all of this property, so the tube already connects to Calpert's main area and then my area, so that doesn't help. And it's also close to Falcor's. Like I know Falcor's not coming back, so all of Falcor's area is actually mine. Or Kel's. Like when Kel comes back, if he wants any of it. Goodbye, Falcor. You still play WoW, but you don't remember Minecraft. Hmm. There used to be a lot more people living near me. Like Sandwich used to live near me. 08 used to have a property near me as well. Like he still has one or two, but there we go. I think I did a pretty good job of assessing that. I need to go find my shovel. I mean, there's only one area of mine that I know is not directly connected to any of the transportation, and that would be my temple that used to be Falcor's. But that's really not an emergency to connect to anything. I can get through there in the nether perfectly fine. For some of the few players who actually have temples on this server, so we can farm prismarine. Prismarine looks good. But you know what block that I just don't get? Purplar. Like, what the heck does that even match with? Fulcor had a ton of chorus plants, and I was like, I don't even know what to do with these. That is such an ugly block. This is why we thank people for as much granite as they gave me. Thank you. It's helped me a great deal. I think I'm going to have some left over after this, but that's okay because we have other buildings to build. Yeah, I know. Like on other servers, I get way too much of this. On this server, I'm treating it like it's gold because we don't have enough of it. People are like, why are you so excited over something that's usually a common block? Yes, quartz. Like on other servers, quartz is just like, okay, yeah, we've got some. But with the amount that you guys hate jungle trees, eventually we're not going to have any jungle trees on this server, and I'll have a monopoly on that again. Jungle wood was rare, and it's probably still going to be quite rare because everybody hates jungles. I know. Falkor explored into the wilds for us and brought us back jungle seedlings, and I paid him prettily for them. Huh? I wanted to have the moo bloom, just so you know. Oh, yes. Instead, we got the glow squid. I hope they add the moo bloom in, despite the glow squid. I really do. We need a gray wood. Like, I know we have one with gray bark, but we need an actual gray wood. There are so many trees that we could use. Like, we could use cherry trees. Cherry wood would be really nice, okay? Nice red. And we could use an ash tree to have some gray bark and ebony to have some black bark and or that rainbow colored one that they have. The one that looks like rainbows. That would be really cool. Thank you. I knew there was a tree with gray wood. I thought they were going to add cherry trees for a while. Put this here and go grab my, I'm gonna find my shovel. We are almost done. Wow, that's a long way down. I don't think we need. There we go. Do Nautilus shells even exist on this server? Like, I think they would be pretty rare, considering. Aw, that's sad. Hi, Isis. How you doing? Do you want to say hi to the people on Discord? Come here. Are you gonna meow? Hi. Oh, you're just gonna purr. I love you too. Your owner came back today, you know that? Oh. Yeah, we had a lot of really old trees cut down for something they wanted to bring into the city that didn't turn out, and they're still trying to do it. Yeah, they had a light rail transit system that they wanted to do. But the thing is that we used to have one of those. Oops. In this city, we used to have one of those, and it didn't turn out. So the fact that they're trying to push it now, but they're like, well, look at San Francisco. They have a light rail transit system. Yes, but I mean, San Francisco is not my city. They do. They do. Toronto has light rail. And my city needs a better transportation system, but and they can't build a subway because the area that I'm in is known as burial at sea. There's a lot of underground rivers and underground wetlands. Oh, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Yeah. So we have like In some areas of the city, there's graveyards and the graves will fill up with water. That's why it's called burial at sea. We have a lot of wetlands and ecodiversity around the city that I'm in. See, I didn't know that New Orleans was below sea level. That's a bit scary. I know a song about that. I think I got all the stuff. Okay. Oh, I think I got all the dirt, but I'm gonna double check. Not bad. Definitely not the best, but it's not bad. Okay, on to the fun part. I have no idea how conduits work, so he's on his own for that. Even though I have a ton of Nautilus shells on the other server that I'm on, I don't know how to use them. doesn't need to be underwater? Oops. I've made my Duolingo cry so many times with um with my Korean, but I also have stuff here in my house to practice Korean with. And after a while, it's like, you made Duolingo sad. You're like, you're a robot. How could I make you sad? This would be. I'll have to do that in a second. Sometimes I wish I had the resources to build my underwater base on this server, but at the same time, that would take forever to do on this server. Oh my god. Just thinking about it. Oh my god, that would take months. You haven't seen that build. I don't know if clipboard's working or not. One second. I'll see if it is. Look, it already knew where I was trying to go. But does it remember my login? Yes. And see if this link will work for you. I don't know if clipboard's working or not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. As I said, it would take months to do that on this server. It's one of my Planet Minecraft builds for everybody else. Because I'm actually on Planet Minecraft, unlike the spammers who come in and say, we're from Planet Minecraft. Can we look around your server and get this so we can grief everything? No. I'm actually on Planet Minecraft. I actually do projects and occasionally I'll compete. I haven't competed in a couple years though. I had I forget what I was using to transfer it onto that site, but after my last computer broke down, I couldn't do it anymore anyways because I forgot. So since I got this computer, I haven't copied anything over to that site. Like I've taken pictures, but I haven't been able to actually give them my blueprints. I've forgotten how I did it. How did I do that? One, two, three. Okay, so I was doing it right. This is a random request. A bucket. Oh, no, that's too high. Needs to be low. There we go. Please tell me you don't like pizza. Isis, that is not human food. Oh, these are so resource heavy. At least they're renewable resources. Oh, not the granite, but the wood is. I got a little ahead of myself with that. I still say this is prettier than my ugly wool buildings in Corvus. Despite its slight color clashing, it is still prettier than that. And we're still grateful that we got all that graphite from you. It's granite, sorry. For some reason, my brain just goes, it's graphite, but it's granite. Yeah, that one's okay. But we're out of granite stairs, so we have to go back down in a second. I guess we can do fences out of the acacia. I know it will kind of clash, but make some more. See how far that gets me. You can't see me, even though everybody knows technically where I live. I can't say everybody. Most of the veterans know roundabouts where I live. The new people don't. We've had some decent new people and some not so decent new people log on. But I can say the majority of them aren't griefers, which I'm happy about. I will be so glad when I'm finished this. Then I can just farm wood for smaller projects. Roundabouts. Roundabouts. I'm going a roundabouts there, yeah. We don't have too many of those. We have some. I think we have like 2 in the city that I'm in. Honestly, I hear they're more effective. It could be. Yeah, as I said, I heard they're more effective. I don't know how much more, but they seem to have more common use in the smaller towns than the city that I'm in right now. Yeah, I know they're a lot faster than that because my where my mom lives, they had one and it was pretty fast. She would whip around that thing like like ah. Hmm. Oh, that's what I did. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, I know the old school intersections aren't the best. Took me a minute to figure out what I did wrong. I was looking at it going, this looks weird. I think this was one out, so I have to break these off. Okay. That's one way to troll them, yeah. Right here. Yeah, that's it right there. I got it. Oh, that's okay. Wee. I think I need. I am failing. I'm good at that. Oops. I need to leave that up for a second. It's the other way around. Okay. That gets me every time. Let's see how far those two get me. I'll need to make some more panes. That's okay. Okay, other than the fences, it is done. I don't know if I have enough fences, but that's okay. Need the dirt. We have enough to compensate down here. Here's one. Maybe I just have under enough. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know, I just have under enough. Ow. Oh well. That should be enough. There we go. And it's done. The ugly one is done. Apart from decorating it on the inside. Yay, it's so ugly. Ah. Like if they had gray wood, that would look so much better. Oh well. It's done. Oh my god, guys, it's done. All 3 of them. Yeah, I haven't decorated the inside, but the outside it's all done. Yay. All 3 of them. It took so much work. I avoided doing them for the longest time because of the amount of resources that they take. But now I have to build up the rest of the city nearby after I replant Kelpert's area. Take down this and replant it. I should take some pictures for Kelpert. There needs to be some torches back in that area. There we go. Put some torches down behind that building or something's going to spawn there. Hi. Isn't it ugly? Economical? I have to say these are the most intricate builds I've built on this server so far. I will be decorating the inside of them. Oh yeah, like I might take breaks now and then, but this server is the very first Minecraft server I played on, so I'm still here. Like there are things that I wish this server had, but I understand that it's vanilla, so well, vanilla themed, I should say. Thank you for the granite. I needed a lot of it, as you can see. Yeah, like before the map expansion, I could have done the other two because they're just wood and bone blocks, but the the last one I wouldn't have been able to. I think Kel will be happy with that. See, my old storage area is right there, and Kel's is right there. So I should make a little one over on this side over near the villagers then. Let's go visit my villagers. Hmm. Hey, this guy takes rotten flesh. I have use for you. Like, I'm scared to kill all the farmers because there's so many iron golems here. I really wish that cats didn't spawn. Ooh, this guy has good ones. Hmm. Some of your stray cats? Not to this one. This is an enclosed area. Like, it's fully enclosed. Like, there's glass over this. Hmm. I can use you. You're useless. But if I get rid of the iron golems and something happens. Really? I don't keep track of the bees that come and go from my property. I just see them flying now and then. I'm like, oh, look, there's a bee. Like, the first time I saw one, I was terrified, but then I found out they won't attack you as long as you don't bother them. So I was like, oh my God, it's a bee. There's too many farmers on this plot. Like, look at them all. Really? That's what you named your bees? Ooh. Ha. I don't want to go into the lower area right now because I killed so many villagers. The iron golems are gonna hate me. Bye. If I kill all the useless ones, maybe useful ones will spawn in. But it also runs the risk of the iron golems attacking me because they protect the villagers. But I don't want to destroy the iron golems because if there's a zombie invasion when I'm not around or I'm in the area and I don't notice, I need something to protect them because there was nothing to protect the other ones that were on top of Kelpert's tower and now they're dead. Kelpert, Kelpert's just like, where did they go? They all turned to zombies. Sorry, Kel. This one has mobs that spawn in it now and then. Yeah, when Intelli did the reduction, it killed a lot of things that were on our property. Like we had a ton more villagers, but most of our villagers died. There's only a select few outside of that one block area. Um, that one plot area was far enough away from all our other plots that it didn't despawn. But everything else did. Like I can show you the other villager areas that we had and how much it decimated them. Because we all had villagers. So near my horse stables, where all the cows and the pigs are in that one area is where my villagers were, and they were in a box, just like the other one I was just in. I'll go over there. So Kelpert had villagers on top of this building, but there wasn't an iron golem to protect them. So they all turned to zombies. But and then Falkor had his spread out over several properties because he had breeders and he was using them to siphon them to us. I only have a few plots that despawn animals. Most of my plots are okay. Because I had my animals spaced out before. It was just in the really densely populated area, which was this area that I'm running into right now. We had some issues because I wasn't the only person living here. So this is where my villagers were, and it was in this glass area right here that's full of pigs and cows right now. And it despawned. Half of my horses despawned. So this pen right here still has issues despawning. I don't know what to do about that. But this pen, just the initial despawn hit it, and then it was fine. Like the rest of them, just that one pen, it's just horrible. But actually, I should go over here. It was over here that I needed to go. So my villagers were right here, okay, and this square thing. And then Falcor had two village breeders right here, the one I'm coming up to. Fair enough. So this village breeder right here has maybe two villagers left in it. And then he had this village breeder on another plot right here. And my villagers were right there. And then he had a little area where you could trade with villagers right here. And another little area, which I'll go into in a second, but I'll go to here first. And this used to have like all the stalls with named things above them. So that one despawned. These ones were okay. And then all of these ones despawned, but these ones didn't. Yeah, basic. Like the ones that are left have decent trades. I'm not going to complain. That's why I've left them here. Yeah, as I said, these guys were from before, so and then oh, actually I don't need to do that. And then he had another little trade area over in this area. And there was about 20 in there, and I think there's only about 5 left now. Everything in this area, everything around despawned. So here, my villagers, that guy's stuff, Falcor's stuff in this area. The villagers were down here. I don't know if there's any left. There's a couple. He's basic. You see, and this guy is a plain one. But as you can see, he had them listed. All of these ones despawned. There's one back here all by himself. Ah, what do you want to give me? One of these used to be a paper trader, but they're no longer here. So Travis's area, Susuke's is the only area that wasn't directly, like, completely annihilated by it. because Culprit had them in more than one area. Jaded had them. Serb had them. All of those ones despawned. Mine despawned. Serb's despawned. Jaded's despawned. Most of my sheep despawned. Half of my horses despawned. I hear a baby zombie. Hi. And at that point, I wanted to give up on this server, but I didn't. Because I was like, you know what? I will get through this. I can always breed more horses, and I did. I think someone else had villagers in this area, but yeah, these were his village breeders, and there's a couple of them in there. But we all had villagers, so. And then we didn't. Because I remember that day, like, I froze and then I logged out, and when I logged back in, everything on my plots, pretty much half of it had. Where did you come from? Despawned. And we cried and we cried and we cried. Wait a second. Were there villagers in? Yeah, there was villagers in here as well. We'll see what's in here. See, all of these turned into useless trades, but this guy didn't. Hi. It's a slightly useless trade, but hey. Silk touch and punch, that's nice. Here's my paper trader. A lot of the ones in here despawned as well, as you can see. They're gone. I wish I could move this one to Travis's area. It would make me feel safer. I never checked out Falcor's area for his supplies in this area. Like, it's still full of everything because I always thought he would come back, but it's very obvious he isn't. So I guess I can move his stuff into my facilities. Hi, you can come with me. Really, I hate when they make that noise. It actually scares me. I'm like, ah, what's that? I don't think there's anything major in the Hobbit hole. Yeah. No, there was nothing major in there. I'm going to take you back to my other puppy. Yeah, I think that's all the villagers that we had that actually lived through the despawn. Because we had hundreds of them over our property because like there's so many of us living there at that point. Like let's see if I can remember everybody. uh Susuke, Denny, Hate, Serb, Marty, myself, Jaded, Mama Kanga, Falcor, Culprit, and Lala. We were all living in this area, and all of us had villagers. And we're all from the same guild in World of Warcraft. Except Lala's my real life friend, so. But she was also in my guild. I think at one point Mira was on this server, but she didn't like it, so she left. She wasn't at that point. Definitely not. I have to destroy the village beaters here anyways. Take them down and start building other stuff. It's better not to have too many villagers, but yeah, if you want access to them and see if there's any trades you like, by all means you can ask. Um, oh, see, I don't understand why anybody thinks that's ugly. Look at that. Those are pretty. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed soon, probably after I do the dishes, so I'll be here tomorrow at some point. Have a good night.